up guys, Benny here and welcome to my top 10 best loadouts for Warzone Season 4, which from first impressions is the best season for Warzone 2 to date. So I want to first of all hop straight in to the two brand new weapons. We've got a brand new assault rifle called the Razorback and also an SMG called the ISO, which you'll probably be quite familiar with from Warzone 1. Now, the Razorback, it's an incredibly good all-round assault rifle. It's got low recoil, it's got decent damage, and to be honest, a solid rate of fire, which I can see making it a favorite among a lot of people, especially with those time to kill, that time to kill being increased. Having that high rate of fire means you're going to be a lot more consistent in getting those faster kill times. But on the build itself, you want the Harbinger D20. You're going to put the bullet velocity all the way to max and then recoil smoothness. You've got the 18-inch TAC-2 L barrel, which is then recoil steadiness and then a little bit towards damage range. I don't really want to punish that ADS too much. We then got the SZ Recharge DX. Now, you'll notice a lot of players have been leaning towards this over the AIM Op. Optic, like Soko, who placed number 1 on the ranked leaderboard last season. The Recharge has kind of got a better visual recoil bounce compared to the AIM OP. Both work, it's personal preference, but I'd recommend using the Recharge. In Season 4, you got ADS and then close all the way. Got the 45 round mag and then Demo Imp 44 grip, which is then a little bit towards aiming idle stability and then recoil stabilization. And it makes it a great all-round gun, especially for Vondel, the brand new map with Season 4. We've then got the ISO, which is a brand new SMG with the game. Once again, I've built this so it's very much similar to my MP5 build that I used in the World Series of Warzone. And I'll quickly just show you in the firing range just so you can see. But very clean iron sight and also great movement. Very good time to kill. I can see a lot of people choosing to use this over the MP5 for a bit of variation, as well as the Vaznev. But the build itself, you got the 7-inch X Raptor V2, which is aim walking speed and then damage range. We've then got the VLK Laser 7MW, which is aiming out stability and then nothing on the left. We've got the Mace 650 stock, which is aim walking speed and ADS speed. The 45 round drum, so you can take up more opponents. Remember that mag size is going to be more important, especially in the new season, because everyone's now got a lot more health. We've then got the hollow point rounds, which is a little bit towards bullet velocity and a little bit towards damage range itself. Also, if you don't want to be the person running smoke grenades for your squad, you could be tempted in this season to run stims with restock, just because now you've got 150 HP and 150 health with your plates. So stims are now a lot better than they were in the previous season. But I personally run smoke grenades or drill charges or semtexes, depending on kind of like who I'm playing with. Perk package, double time overkill, fast hands and high alert for Vondel. If I'm playing the big map, Al Mazrah, I'll turn the high alert to ghost. But that's just personal preference, to be honest. When you're playing Resurgence, that's kind of just so you can see when you're being looked at, it's a little bit more hectic. That's the brand new guns. You'll see a couple of those like kind of put into a couple of these loadouts as well. But with the health increase, guns that have large damage profiles are now becoming going to be a lot more popular. So when you get more damage per mag, so like an LMG which has 100 bullets, it's going to be a lot more useful in this season. You take out more opponents with a single clip. Now this is the build that I use for the Sakin, which is probably the meta LMG of the game. There's like no recoil on this whatsoever. If I just quickly show you, like, this is very, very low skill. Like, honestly, I'm not even moving my right thumbstick right now. If I do that, you can literally see I'm not touching it, and it doesn't move that much. So a little bit of recoil control, and I mean, it's a laser beam. But for that, you want the ZLR Talon 5 muzzle, recoil smoothness, and aiming idle stability. The 20-inch Bruin series barrel, which is damage range and then recoil steadiness. The FSS Ollie V laser, which is ADS and sprint to fire. The Recharge optic, which is close and then ADS. And then we've got the FTAC Ripper there as well, which is aiming idle stability and recoil stabilization. I then pair that with the FTAC Siege, which with the brand new map Vondel, there is a lot of like underwater canals that you can play around to kind of rotate on the map. They're not going to be as like overpowered as people think they are. The water in this season has been made much clearer, so you can actually see people swimming underneath you, so you can beam them in the water. It's not all murky, but still there are going to be fights underwater. If you're going to rock a pistol, run the FTAC Siege. It's a full auto 72 round pistol. You run the 72 round drum, the Super TAC 6 barrel, recoil stainless, damage range. You got the Chrono Mini Pro because the iron sight does suck, which is then close and then ADS speed. The Siege Wire stock, which is aiming out stability and ADS, and then the Sir 160 rear grip, which is sprint to fire and then recoil stainless. Great pistols to be honest, and smokes drills. And then if you are running a pistol class, I throw tracker on instead of overkill, just because when people are running through smoke grenades, you can get through, chase them down, and then take them out. Great thing to do. Then we've got the M4A1. I personally love running this iron sight build, which is a high tower 20-inch barrel, which is then just damage range and recoil stainless. The FSS Ollie V laser, which is ADS and sprint to fire speed. FTAC Ripper 56, aiming idle stability and ADS. The 45 round mag, and then the SAC and ZX grip. You can then put the supercharge on for the optic if you want. If that's the case, get rid of the grip, but the grip is aiming out stability and then recoil stainless. It's pretty much the laser beam, and I will be running this a lot because on Vondel, it's just a lot of fun and also packs a punch. And with that, the MP7 or the Vel 46, large damage. Once again, remember what I said, right? Large damage per mag, output, very high fire rate. You're going to be able to take people out nice and quickly. You got the Spiral V3.5 flash hider, which is ADS and then aiming out of stability. The VLK laser 7MW, which is the pro tuning version of this. So all I've done is use my pro tuning and then just put the flash hider on here. So that I'd recommend doing that, but then sprint fire and ADS on the rear grip and the 50 round mag. Next, as I said, LMGs are becoming a lot more popular with this season because of that high damage per mag. The Rap H is unreal, ridiculous fire rate. You will just melt people, though you are moving a little bit more like a slug. So make sure you switch to your SMG to close the gap down or whatever you're using, and then for your mobility. And then switch to this when you're kind of set up to take people down from a power position. Got the ZLR Talon 5, which recoils smoothness and then bullet velocity. The BO52 grip, which is aiming idle stability and recoil stabilization. 762 high velocity ammo, which is bullet velocity and then damage range. The FSS Ollie V laser, ADS and then sprint to fire. And then that SZ recharge, which is ADS and then close. Then I've got the fire shotgun, which did get buffed in season 4. Shotguns, for some reason, were the only thing that were buffed, but I think that's just to kind of work with the health increase, so they still are effective. And they had a bunch of changes to how pellets work. So 4 pellets hit your opponent wherever the pellet that does the most amount of damage, that is what those pellets will deal for the max damage. Fairly simple, but this is like the no mobility build. This is if you're playing ranked and you just want to kind of sit in a building. If you want the mobility, drop the shell drum and then stick on the VLK stockless, obviously, so you can then move around nice and quickly. But and you've got the Gunner D20 barrel, which is then damage range and nothing on the left. And then we've got the Schwegen XS muzzle, which is then aim down sight and then bullet velocity, and then the Dash Bolt 60 and the 12 gauge Dragon Breath rounds, which is then bullet velocity and then damage range. You're going to see a lot more fire shotguns in this season, which is kind of a shame, I'm going to be honest, but hey ho, it's going to happen. We've then got the Kastov 762, one of my personal favorites, high hitting assault rifle, pretty easy to use as well. Doesn't have too much recoil for its power output, but you got the Kaz 10 584mm barrel, which is recoil stainless and then damage range. The ZLR Talon 5 muzzle, bullet velocity and recoil smoothness. FTAC Ripper 56, aiming out stability, recoil stabilization, and the aim op. You can of course change that for the supercharge if you want to, which is close and ADS, and then the 40 round mag. And that is with my MP5, which is what I rocked in the World Series Warzone. Love this SMG to pieces. It's just incredible, to be honest with you. L38 Falcon, which is aim, walking speed, and damage range. VLK laser, which is aiming out stability, and then a little bit towards aim, walking steadiness. The Mir recoil 56 factory stock is aim, walking speed, and ADS speed. We're going to got the 40 round mag, and then the 9mm hollow point rounds, which is just a little bit towards damage range, and then nothing in the middle. And that's what I rocked in the World Series. Our next loadout is the 5.56. This is a low recoil assault rifle, easy to use, and just to be honest, I don't think it's the ultimate assault rifle, but if you're like not the most talented player at Call of Duty, this is probably the easiest one to use in the game. There is just no movement on it whatsoever. You've got the Harbinger D20 muzzle, which is recoil smoothness and bullet velocity. The 15.9-inch wrap barrel, which damage range and recoil stainless. The SZ recharge optic, close and ADS. 40 round mag, and of course you can change that to the 60 if you want to. And then you've got the FTAC Ripper 56 underbarrel, which is aiming out stability and then recoil stabilization. That is then paired with my Deagle, which is the SA Longshot 50, which is recoil steadiness and damage range. The SA Hair Trigger, which is recoil smoothness and sprint to fire speed. The overpressured round, which is bullet velocity and damage range. The 13 mag and the GS50 wood grain rear grip, which is ADS and sprint to fire. It's just an option if you don't want to use the F-Tac Siege. I'd probably still lean towards the F-Tac Siege, but if you're a good shot, this is a lot of fun to use. Then we've got the Cronin, which has been nerfed a little bit. It's had its bullets required to kill increased by 2, but that goes along with the health increase. So it's really like a 1 bullet to kill change compared to what we had in the meta last one. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but they've made a couple changes. Oh no, it was there. Never mind. But then we've got the HR 6.8 barrel, which is then damage range and then recoil steadiness. The Sack and Tread 40 muzzle, which is recoil stabilization and recoil control. The F-Tac Ripper 56, which is aiming out stability recoil stabilization. The Recharge DX Optic, which is then close and ADS, and then the 50 round drum. That is paired with the ISO, which we saw earlier on in the video. Next, we've got the Sniper. This is the meta MCPR that I'd recommend using for one-shot kills. Sniper's definitely better in season 4 because of that health increase, but this still does a 1 bullet kill to the head. So though everyone else is taking longer to kill, snipers are the exact same as they were in the previous season. You've got the Nil Sound 90 muzzle, which is ADS and bullet velocity. The Olive 5 laser, which is ADS and sprint to fire. The Forge Tac Delta for optic, which is close and ADS. 5 round mag, and then the 300 mag explosive ammo, which is bullet velocity, and then nothing on the left. That is then paired with the Vaznev, which I think is the best alternative to the Lockman sub or the MP5. You got the Spiral V3.5 flash hider, ADS gun kit control. We've got the Shark Fin underbarrel, which is aim walking speed, and then nothing on the left. True Tac grip, which is ADS and then sprint to fire, and then the Ultrazat stock, which is ADS and aim walking speed, and the 45 round mag. Then our final loadout is the Cronin. Once again, this is just an alternative to the for the pistol setup if I want to kind of run a pistol. And you see, like they've done this thing now where you can kind of see what attachments are attached to your gun, but it's not properly working yet. So it's something they're implementing with the season, not yet come through. But Gunsmith, same Cronin, same F-Tac Siege. Let me know what you think about these top 10 loadouts and share your own down in the comments. Much love. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. I'll see you next time.